Plant FAQs, Philodendron Pedatum. The enduring appeal of the Philodendron Pedatum, a plant parent's guide. My obsession with houseplants started innocently enough. A wandering spider here, a snake plant there. But then I stumbled upon the Philodendron Pedatum, and let's just say it was love at first sight. This stunning foliage friend, also known as the oak leaf philodendron, isn't just about aesthetics, although those deeply lobed, verdant leaves are undeniably captivating. It's surprisingly easy to care for, thrives in a variety of lighting conditions, and adds a touch of the tropics to any indoor space. As my Philodendron Pedatum collection grew, so did my fascination with this unique plant. Here, I'm sharing my experience and everything I've learned about caring for this leafy wonder. See more 623 species in genus Philodendron at monsteraholic.com. What is a Philodendron Pedatum? The Philodendron Pedatum is a climbing aroid, hailing from the rainforests of South and Central America. Its claim to fame? Those magnificent, deeply lobed leaves that resemble oak leaves, hence the common name. New leaves unfurl as small ovals, gradually splitting and maturing into their signature deeply cut form. This easygoing houseplant can grow quite large, trailing or climbing depending on your preference. But don't worry, growth is relatively slow, making it manageable even for those with limited space. Light and location, finding the perfect spot for your Philodendron Pedatum. Philodendron Pedatum is a champion adapter, tolerating a range of lighting conditions. While it thrives in bright, indirect light, it can also hold its own in shadier corners. However, keep in mind that lower light levels might slow growth and leaf production. Here are some tips for finding the perfect spot. East or north-facing windows provide excellent indirect light for your Philodendron Pedatum. South-facing windows can be a bit harsh, so consider using sheer curtains for gentle diffusion. West-facing windows work well, but keep an eye out for signs of scorching during the hottest parts of the day. Remember, avoid placing your Philodendron Pedatum in direct sunlight, as this can scorch the leaves. Watering. Keeping your Philodendron Pedatum hydrated, but not drowned. Like most houseplants, Philodendron Pedatum prefers consistent moisture, but doesn't appreciate soggy roots. The key is to find the watering sweet spot. Not too much, not too little. Here's a simple trick. Stick your finger into the soil. If the top inch feels dry, it's watering time. Drench the soil thoroughly until water runs out the drainage holes, then allow it to dry slightly before watering again. Humidity, giving your Philodendron Pedatum a taste of the tropics. Philodendron Pedatum thrives in naturally humid environments, mirroring its rainforest origins. While it can adapt to average household humidity, providing a little extra moisture boost can work wonders. Here are some ways to increase humidity around your Philodendron Pedatum. Group plants together. Plants naturally transpire moisture, so clustering them creates a mini humid microclimate. Pebble tray method. Fill a shallow tray with pebbles and water. Sit your Philodendron Pedatum pot on top, ensuring the pot bottom doesn't touch the water directly. Regular misting. Lightly mist the leaves with filtered water a few times a week, especially during dry spells or winter months. Feeding your Philodendron Pedatum, a balanced diet for lush growth. While Philodendron Pedatum isn't a heavy feeder, a balanced liquid fertilizer applied during the growing season, spring and summer, can encourage healthy growth and vibrant foliage. A diluted dose of a balanced houseplant fertilizer once a month should suffice. Always follow the instructions on the specific fertilizer you choose. Climbing habits. Encouraging your Philodendron Pedatum to reach new heights. Philodendron Pedatum is a natural climber, and providing support allows it to reach its full potential and develop a cascading, lush form. Here are some options. Moss pole. This classic choice provides a natural climbing surface for aerial roots to attach. Core totem. A sustainable alternative to moss poles. Core totems offer excellent support for climbing plants. Trellis. Train your Philodendron Pedatum to climb a decorative trellis for a structured look. Propagation. Sharing the love and leaves. One of the joys of Philodendron Pedatum is its ease of propagation. You can create new plants from stem cuttings, allowing you to share the love and foliage with friends and family. Here's a quick guide to propagating Philodendron Pedatum through stem cuttings. Select a healthy stem with at least 1 or 2 nodes, those bumps where the leaf meets the stem. Make sure your cutting tool, sharp pruners or shears, is sterilized to prevent the spread of disease. cut just below a node at a 45-degree angle. You can also include a node without a leaf, as long as there's a healthy aerial root present. Choose your propagation method, water or soil. For water propagation, place the cutting in a clean jar or vase filled with fresh, filtered water. Ensure the node is submerged, but not the leaves. Change the water every few days to prevent bacterial growth. For soil propagation, plant the cutting in a pot filled with a well-draining, airy potting mix. Moisten the soil lightly and place the pot in a location with bright, indirect light. Keep the soil consistently moist but not soggy. Be patient. It can take several weeks for roots to develop in water and even longer for new growth to appear in soil. Once your cutting has established a healthy root system, around an inch long for water propagation, you can transplant it to a larger pot with fresh potting mix. Philodendron glad hands versus Pedatum. My Philodendron Pedatum, with its classic deeply lobed leaves, is a real stunner. But then I got a glad hands, and wow. The leaves are like hands reaching out, with thinner lobes and a delicate grace. Both are easygoing plants, but the glad hands feels more unique and whimsical. Philodendron laciniatum versus Pedatum. This was a tough one. My laciniatum has these deeply cut, almost feathery leaves that dance in the breeze. It's a showstopper, for sure. But the Pedatum, with its full, lush foliage, brings a sense of jungle vibes to my living room. The laciniatum can be a bit finicky with watering, while the Pedatum seems more forgiving. In the end, I love them both for their distinct personalities. Philodendron Pedatum versus Bipennifolium. This is a battle of textures. The Pedatum's leaves are smooth and glossy, catching the light beautifully. Philodendron Bipennifolium, on the other hand, has a velvety texture that's incredibly soft to the touch. The Bipennifolium also seems to grow a bit slower than my Pedatum, making it a good choice for smaller spaces. Philodendron Pedatum versus Florida Beauty. Philodendron Florida Beauty is like a sun-kissed version of the Pedatum. Its leaves have a subtle variegation with hints of yellow and cream, adding a touch of whimsy. Both love to climb, but the Florida Beauty seems to grow a bit more compactly, making it ideal for a moss pole. Philodendron Pedatum versus Florida Ghost. This is a new addition to my collection, and it's already stolen the show. Philodendron Florida Ghost boasts stunningly variegated leaves, with a mix of green, cream, and even some pink tones. It's definitely a conversation starter, but keep in mind it might need slightly brighter light than the regular Pedatum.